All right.
Hey, 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 what's going on?
We are in there like swimwear.
We are in there. We are in there. First, happy National Girls and Women's in Sports Day.
Yes.
This is it. I had to use
Yep.
a little bit of our favorite guests and women that are here in the sports industry
Right.
in
Of
Las
course. I
Vegas.
loved it.
I had to go with, our ladies here. You got head coach Lindy, Yvonne Wade over there at CSN, of course, Nikki, Sandra, and our girl Fran. The ladies
Yes.
holding it down in the sports realm here in Las
Oh,
Vegas. We love it.
man. And they are.
We love it. We love
And
it.
shout
We
out to
love it.
Coach Becky Hammond, too, included in that conversation for being
Dang,
our
I knew I
champion
missed
for.
somebody in that picture.
Can't count out Becky, man. Listen, our
I
aces.
know. We definitely can't count
We got to give
Becky
Becky
out.
Hammond her flowers, too, with the aces, along with Nikki.
Well, you can't get them all right
Well,
sometimes.
no,
Dang it.
no. We're acknowledging it now. She can't see this. She
I
can hear
know.
us,
I
though.
know.
So
Yeah,
Becky gets her flowers,
absolutely.
too.
And Black History Month, of course, ESPN is doing the Black History Always, as we always should be uh, reminiscing, being thankful, realizing the past, especially in sports too, of Black history. So I know you put up a dope post today with baseball. There was actually a Black women's league that started in Seattle too. That was pretty
Yeah.
dope in baseball.
Yeah.
So.
For the Negro Leagues, yeah. Just highlighting the
Mhm.
women that were effective in sports along with my Black history, always.
Yes,
And
yes,
Black
yes,
history is
always.
American history, so we gotta keep celebrating it always. It's
All
not always a
of
month.
that, all
Yeah.
of it,
Hmm.
especially,
Well, it's not even
especially,
especially. We're gonna celebrate it. It doesn't matter who we
yeah.
negate. Me as a Black person, I'm always gonna celebrate my culture. Just like when it's Asian American History Month for you, you celebrate your culture. You need to. Everyone needs to acknowledge any of ethnicity that they have, celebrate it because it is you. You are a part of that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep
Oh no,
celebrating.
I'm just saying, especially in the climate right
Well, that's
now.
what I was getting at. That's what I was getting
Yeah,
at. No
yeah.
government agency or anything is going to tell us how to celebrate who we are. That's why I said
Oh,
you have Asian
absolutely
History
not.
Month and you have your culture. You
Absolutely
celebrate
not.
it. You
Even
don't.
Women's History Month, all that is just
Yeah,
it's
right.
ridiculous. I
LGBTQ
know.
plus, all of that. We're celebrating it. Celebrate who you are. Your authenticity, your authentic self.
Authentic selves.
Right.
Um, so we have there's just a lot going on. There's a shortage of eggs happening around the world right now, or at least in our country. What's happening come Easter? What are y'all doing?
Well, that's what they said. The Cadbury eggs better not be $20. I know that. And those
I
plastic
mean,
eggs better be on the shelves too. At least we
it's
have
wild
those.
out there. The egg craze and I'm an egg lover, so it hurts me when I'm like trying to like find the best deals on eggs, and eggs are scarce or
I know. And what's
crazy
crazy is
expensive.
like you got places like Waffle House that are charging 50 cents now for extra eggs or
I mean,
eggs.
as they should though, because think of people. It's almost cheaper for people to go to restaurants now to get eggs than it is to just make your own. Like it's crazy.
It
I don't
is.
know.
It is.
It's a lot going on. It's a lot going
It is.
on.
It is.
USPS said they were going to shut down all shipments from China into the States. And that was, I think, what, like 24 hours ago, 30 hours ago.
Probably
Cut,
24, like less than a day. That Uno reverse card
cut
hit
to,
real quick.
the Uno reverse card hit real quick. Cut to today. They have now lifted that and will resume all the inbound packages for all those Timu, Sheen, any other places. All your purchases will now should be able to get through. However, you may want to go ahead and hit checkout on that basket of yours if
I
you
know.
want
I
to get
need
it.
to because it's going to get
We don't
real,
know when
real.
that Uno reverse is going to hit again by the next person.
Well,
So
it's not even that. The taxes are going to go up. So either way, if we get the shipment, I bet you those taxes are going to go up on the pieces. But yeah, no here nor there. At least we can get our packages, hopefully.
at least, at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. It
I don't
changed real
know.
quick.
Uh,
Sheen spoke up. Sheen and Timu were like, nah.
nah.
Where
We
we gonna
also
get our Cowboy Carter outfits from for the tour? Got stuff
listen.
going on
There's
this year.
also an issue with planes lately too. We already knew about the crashes, like DC, and wasn't it like Philly or Philadelphia? I think they had the one.
Yeah,
There was,
Philadelphia, and then today.
and then today in Seattle, two
Yeah.
planes hit each other on the tarmac. So I mean, there was no injuries, no issues, but
Right.
what's happening?
I think everybody just kind of at a loss and just kind of going crazy right now. It's just we're in a weird space right now and people can't focus. But I need people to focus because it's very important to do so,
I
especially
need
with the airline industry.
this.
You got people's lives, but
Listen, I'm flying next month, so I just need this to,
I think crashes happen more frequent than we know, and now they're just
sure.
reporting it. I think there's crashes that happen quite often that we don't hear
Ah,
about. So now
man.
we're getting full transparency, hopefully. Yeah. So that's where we're at.
Full transparency. That should be
hmm
interesting.
hmm
We got to give a shout out to the Grammys. We got to give out to a shout out to our boy Andre Wade. He actually had a really
Oh
good,
yeah, his
a
op-ed was
really
amazing. It was really
yes.
good. I
And
missed
to
it.
highlight some of it, of course, you can go to open.substack.com/pub/Bo Dre Zine, Bo Dre Zine. He talked a lot about the Grammys. Of course, we saw Doechii win Best Rap Album. Alligator Never Bites. We saw
Alligator Bites Never
Kendrick.
Heal. Yeah. Then Kendrick
Yeah.
just swept.
Swept, got 5 Grammys. Look at his arms just full. We're going to see him, of course, come Sunday for the halftime show. And then, of course, Beyonce taking home the country music album of the year, which is amazing.
Yeah. The fourth black
Amazing.
person to do it of album
Yeah.
of the year. She's one of the 4. So she falls in the ranks of Lauryn Hill, Whitney Houston, and Natalie Cole. Those are the only 4 black artists that have won album of the year, female artists that have won album of the year.
And that's how you do it right
That's how you
there.
do it. Yeah.
That's it. So shout out to Bo. I kept, that's how I first met Andre was when he was Bo, because that was his license
Yeah, that on
plate.
his Mustang too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bo. Yeah.
Make
I
sure you
still
check
never
out his
knew the
Substack.
significance of Bo, but he's still Bo to me.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
Bo. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it was a very good article he wrote. So we'll post it into our group later as well, so
Yeah,
everybody can take a look
absolutely.
and read on it. We also have another hot topic. Now, of course, we will get into the recent Jimmy Butler landing and the saga being over in a little bit. But what broke, I think, the history of the NBA trades had to have been the trade that nobody saw coming, including players, coaches, other GMs everywhere, which of course
Fans.
was anybody,
No.
was the Luka AD trade. So you've got Luka now with the Lakers, AD now with the Mavericks. Lakers
This all
fans,
happened on a Saturday night too, when
it
neither
happened
team had a game.
on a Saturday night. Want to talk about bingo cards? Because we can't even keep track anymore. But this picture right here was not on anyone's bingo card for 2025.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I mean,
It wasn't.
I didn't see that coming. I mean, it was a shock of my life on a Saturday night that I had to dwell on for hours and talk about 4 hours. Like, did not see that coming. Did not see that happening. Made no sense in the
None.
in the in the moment of what happened. Like, where did this come from? We never even. None of the talking heads, Sham, Stephen A. None of them knew anything about this. No inkling, no nothing. It was a very down low trade, and it just kind of got exposed on a Saturday night, and it was just crazy. It was mayhem. I mean, phones going off, Laker fans in a tizzy, Mavericks fans having funerals.
Mavericks
I mean,
fans
the
were
whole
hot.
weekend.
They had a
They,
whole little funeral with an actual, like, I mean, it.
yeah, they had a whole
They,
casket.
and they actually are going to, and apparently the Mavericks offered refunds of up to about $2,000 for those that wanted to not have their season tickets anymore because this was so traumatic.
They're not giving up their season tickets. They want to see AD and Kyrie on the court. But it's a nice gesture.
But some
It's a
people
very
may
nice
have
gesture.
taken the money. I mean, you never know. I don't
I
know. I
wouldn't
don't
bury
think
Luca though. I wouldn't have put no
$2,000.
funeral on it though. Like, listen, he'll always be a Maverick. He was with you guys for quite some time. That was the start of his season. He's always gonna be Dallas Maverick.
I know.
Let's be clear. But I understand it hurts. I was hurt about the AD thing. AD has been an enforcer of a center the last 2 seasons where he's not actually in street clothes and actually performing for the Lakers. And the chemistry between he and LeBron and just the playmaking and the action was just it was great to watch. And now it's like, man, it just hurts my heart. But This is the future. This is what we need to do. You have a 31-year-old AD who's good for maybe another 2 seasons. Never know. We always got nervous when he did have some slight fall or injury when he was out there actively. And then you got
Correct.
25-year-old Luka who,
Has had
can
his
bring
own
that PG
injuries
forward
too.
position. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's still on injury. He's still on injury. And not for nothing. Yeah, he
Although
might get
he's
that first
supposed
round.
to play this week and he's supposed to be suited up, ready to go Saturday,
Okay,
supposedly.
well, we'll see because he's on my fantasy league sitting on the injury, so we'll see.
Okay.
But I mean, you brought your team to the final, sir, but you didn't put up no defense. Maybe you can learn some things from LeBron and see how defense actually works. You get a veteran to kind of coach you and develop you, and get you
Right.
back conditioned and sleeker and not so puffy.
But
So
he
we'll
doesn't
see.
like when you're watching him practice on TV, they showed highlights of him just shooting around. He doesn't look big. Like there's no Zion weight issue
I
here. Like
mean, did you
there's
see it when he got drafted? I mean, he's 25. He was slim. He was trim. He was muscular. He can
I
get
just
back to
don't
that. He's too
see I
young
don't
to
see
be.
I'm not saying he's big, but I mean, yeah, I mean, he sure could he maybe train some more and get more, but I just don't think that people were throwing the word around fat and overweight, and it's just like I don't see that. Like, I
I mean, I
mean,
see overweight for where he came. Yeah, he's definitely puffy. I'm not
but
gonna call him fat and shame
everybody's
him.
bigger than when they got drafted.
Yeah, but
Like
bigger's one
drafted,
thing
you're
when you're
18,
muscular. He's
19.
bigger
Like,
soft. He's bigger soft. He's not bigger muscular. When he came into the league, this man had biceps for days. He had muscles. He was slim physique. He's only 25. So again, I question his conditioning. You're too young to still be this puff daddy. You need to get back into physical
don't
shape.
throw that
Put
in
up
there with
put up
don't
Well, no,
throw
because he's not Puff Daddy anymore. He's Diddy. I don't even think of him as Puff Daddy. That's Diddy. No, we got Puff Daddy and we got Diddy. He's Puff Daddy. You don't need to
Oh,
be not lacking or slacking on defense at a young age in your 20s. You need to be in a good physical strength and you need to get back in shape. So I'm for
yeah.
it. If they got to push him to do that, that's what he
Okay.
needs to do. This is what we got
Okay.
now for the Lakers. We have a level, we have an expectation, and the expectation is to be in shape. So hopefully he can do that because you should be injury prone, not in shape like that. Like, come on, man. What are we
I mean,
doing?
I get it. I get it. Hopefully, the change in LA, LA is very green, vegan, gluten free. So maybe something, maybe he was having too much barbecue or
Maybe he
something
will
in
get into that
Texas, or
workout plan that LeBron got.
maybe
I mean, they're
LeBron's
all in
gonna get
shape
him
over
underneath
there.
there. Yeah,
We
I don't
don't
know.
have to,
Yeah,
we don't have chunky players. They're all in shape over there. So he will have to fall in line for sure.
he's gonna make it happen. He's
He
gonna make it
is. He's
happen.
gonna look good. He's gonna look good. I look forward to seeing what this looks like. I do.
There was another thing that popped up. The big issue right now is DEI and companies that are getting rid of DEI programs and
Right.
others that are keeping them. The NFL and Roger Goodell mentioned that he would be keeping their DEI, which I think is great. However, they're now ending and removing the end racism from the end zone in the Super Bowl, and they're also putting in like love wins or love all or love,
Come
I don't know.
together. Let's
Yeah.
come together.
I mean, hey, let's come together. I just feel like I don't see why would you change it now? Why change it now?
Well, to me, it's a hypocrisy of it all. You can't be behind DEI and then have what the message that the majority of Black players on that team are still going through when they're off the field of the racism thing. So that doesn't make any sense. And not to mention, they're doing it because we've got 47 coming to a Super Bowl game, and those optics don't look good to him. So that is part of the reason. That's probably why that's messaging is not going to be on the field because he's not going to want to see it on the field.
I need
So
him shown 0 times on
they're not
TV.
10 toes down. They're 5.5 or 4.5 toes in. That's about it. And so
Maybe
it's
if
it's
that,
it's
yeah.
fine. You have no choice but to keep the DEI because the majority of players. What are you going to have a rugby team after if they all leave? It's going to be rugby. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be exciting. So you have to say that. So that's just
Well,
safe.
and DI is also helping those. We're going to get to some numbers later on, since it is Girl and Women's and Sports Day. But that DI is also what's helping increase these numbers of women in
Right.
coaching and
Absolutely.
positions in the front office of the NFL. So
Absolutely.
you
But
got
if
to
all
keep
of
that
that
going.
walked, what do you have? You have rugby now.
Listen,
So you gotta save it to one thing and then do the other, whatever.
right?
The NFL's
I
been,
know
we could go into a whole thing. They're not
we
genuine
could.
anyway. We
They're
could go
not.
into a whole thing about that.
Well,
So
let's go
it
down.
is
Let's
what it
just
is.
start there. Let's
Smoke
just
and mirrors,
start.
everybody.
Yeah.
Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors.
We do have some Hugadoris this week though,
Oh,
because
good.
I don't have a picture of it because it was just ridiculous. I can't even put this man on the screen. But Marcus Jordan, son of Michael, the infamous,
Yeah.
got a DUI, pulled over, cocaine possession,
Yep.
resisting arrest. We saw the
Yep.
whole video. Then he
I
name
couldn't watch it.
drops. I'm Marcus Jordan. Michael Jordan's my son. Michael Jordan's my dad. No one, he's like, oh, that's great. Officers are like, but how did you get here? His car is literally parallel on train tracks. He's like, I'm not familiar with the area. I took a right and I ended up here. No, sir, there's no road that led here. How did you get from the street to where your car is parallel on top of train tracks?
Only he can answer that, I guess. I don't know. I didn't even watch the video. I'm sick of
Did.
seeing. I'm
It
sick of seeing
was
optics of police officers getting at black dudes. Regardless of the circumstances, I'm just done. And the thing of it
right.
is to name drop in this era, it matters not. That makes it even worse. So just take the L, sir. Go to court. Do what you got to do, and don't do it again. Do not do it again. Learn from this.
You would
That's
think.
what you have to do, and
Let's
hopefully
just be
you will.
mindful
But be
of you doing
mindful. Be mindful. Be demure. Don't have to
that.
do all of this, sir.
Be
Be very
demure.
demure. You know what I mean? Come on. Think about it, sir.
Oh, the Major League Baseball fired an umpire, Pat Hoberg, for supposedly, not supposedly, he was sharing betting accounts with professional poker player and a friend of his that bet on baseball. Now, there's no evidence that he bet on the games himself or manipulated any games that he worked, but the fact that he shared a betting account with others who did bet on baseball was a violation of league's gambling policy, as well as a failure to uphold the integrity of the game.
Yeah, did we
Really?
not know? Learn the lessons of Pete Rose, sir. You know it's still stuck all the way
And
up
he's
until his
pretty young.
casting.
Like he's been around. Like he looks like I
He
mean, what are we
knows
doing?
that situation. He knows.
All these people that are getting in trouble because of betting, whether it be basketball, baseball, the ongoing investigations, and you want to share a betting account with a professional player better?
Especially with the Otani situation. I wonder if he knew something with that.
I can't. Hey, what's up, Stephanie? Stephanie
Hi,
Washington.
Steph.
Happy
Thank
National Girls and Women's Sports Day,
you.
ladies. Yes, of
Thank
course.
you.
Hello, Heather. Thanks for chiming
Yes.
in. Happy early birthday wishes to Stephanie as well. Birthday's
Oh,
on
happy early birthday,
Friday.
Steph.
Yes, Friday or
Nice.
Saturday. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, just don't bet. If you're working in a professional sports realm, stop betting.
Well, that's
Let's
why I
just
sent
stop.
you that Time article on the guy who battled the tobacco industries, who's now
Yeah,
currently 89 years old and now fighting the
that was
gambling
great.
industry because it's too accessible and it could be an addiction thing, which we have talked about before. That people
Absolutely
get
is an
addicted,
addiction. There's a ton
and
of
it's
people
and it's
addicted
just
to it.
the
Losing
accessibility
their
of the industry
houses,
gets
losing their salaries, losing
yeah,
their families. It is
families
just
losing
like a drug
everything.
addiction, an alcohol
Right.
addiction, gambling
But
is
the
too. So
accessibility of it has gotten blown way out of proportion. There were times where you could only come to Vegas to bet or only go to Atlantic City to bet. Now you have it at your fingertips on your phone. It's legal in certain states. You can go overseas. I mean, it's just a lot of accessibility to that. And then the commercial flooding, the commercial push of bet, and the
Mhm.
celebrity endorsements and all of that. So it's just, it's a lot. And for anyone that's battling an addiction like that, I can see that being an issue, that makes it tough. So I don't know what they're gonna do about that.
What can they do, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
But
tough.
in the leagues, they need to not use that as a marketing tool. They need to not have them as advertisers. We've talked about this. You're walking in tunnels, and we've had players lose their whole careers. We just had another player that got into some stuff for betting, So
Yeah.
listen, it's
It's a
crazy.
cold world out there.
It
Be
is.
careful of what you are
I
betting,
mean, the
using your
vices get
money
you. You got to do
on.
something about it. Get help. I mean, it's got to be
Yeah.
something, but it's just too
I love
accessible.
my little friend parlays for $3 and $5, but ain't nothing that I'm willing to not lose.
Right. Well, you have the discipline to not. Exactly. Or just don't bet at all.
Oh man,
It's in your
getting
face
in
for sure.
right, getting into some live Vegas sports. I don't know what's happening. I
Wait,
probably
before
should have.
your hookah doors local,
No,
did we talk about Justin Tucker already? Or we talked about that last week, right?
we did not talk about Justin
Yes,
Tucker.
you need to
Let's
put
talk
that in the
about
hookah doors.
Justin
Yes, we haven't talked
Tucker.
about just Justin Tucker too. Okay.
So Justin Tucker and Deshaun Watson and Robert Kraft walk into a bar, and it's not a bar, it's a massage therapy place. Justin Tucker, who, of course, is like one of the top kickers in the NFL, had a couple bumps in the road towards the end of the season, which was almost like unheard of for him. And then postseason, we hear he has the sex abuse allegations of him and massage therapists and inappropriate conduct. And wow.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Is he going to get that same smoke that Deshaun Watson got? Because the women are coming forward, and it's not just one account. I think they're up to 8. Right. And then and he vehemently denies that anything happened. He never was inappropriate with these women. The women are accounting things that he exposed himself or made suggestive remarks or did some kind of movements with either their hand or with his body to insinuate. Like, these are the allegations that they're saying on Justin Tucker. And my thing is, no wonder you're missing field goals. You knew about this situation, sir, and they didn't bring it to you during the season because we knew Baltimore was a strong contender chance to go to a Super Bowl. And I think that's why they just swept it under the rug and did him a huge favor. But as soon as they were knocked out in the AFC championship, here comes the news. Here comes all of this. So I'm just curious. Is it true? Is it not? Like, what's going on?
I mean, I feel like it's got to be true. We're going to wait to see what kind of carries out. But here's the deal, too. And unfortunately for Deshaun, when his news was breaking, it wasn't also in the middle of free agency, which is going wild. Right. And we've had like major WNBA deals and major NBA deals. We've had people on NFL teams that are supposedly being requested and or told they're getting really. So there's a lot of stuff happening right now. So his maybe cover story that we should be talking about isn't being as notarized. And I'm hoping that it can maybe change.
Well, it needs to be, because again, that's
absolutely.
If they are accusing someone of SA of any kind, it needs to be brought to the forefront, and he's no exception to that rule and what is going on, None. And if it is true, then he definitely needs to be a big man and have some accountability to that. So we'll see. It's just interesting. That I didn't expect that being the news, but we knew something was going on. I was like, what is wrong with Justin Tucker? They're close range field goals. This is not the 56-yard kick you're known for. These were close range field goals, and you were missing them.
Heather said, what's good for the POTUS is good for the NFL player.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're in this climate now of whatever works with the POTUS works.
It's kind of like if you've done it and he's done it, it's a wash.
Hey, but listen. So women will not be silenced either. Let's keep that clear. And we're going to continue to talk about it.
Too.
And keep talking about it.
Let that story be out there.
It needs to be told, So that's not going to silence me.
It's so wild. So into back to Vegas sports. I probably should have worn my VGK hat just to bring them some luck, because we currently have lost 4 games in a row.
Yes, we lost.
And not just, we lost to the Islanders. And not to mention, we're on like a 5 or 6 game road series. We've got, I think, 2 more games on the road. We've lost 6 of 7 games total. We used to be like 1, 2 in the entire league. We're now 2nd in the Pacific Division.
It's not good. We were number 1.
They're not back home until Saturday, the 22nd, because they do have the NHL All-Star. Was it All-Stars?
Right, it's the All-Star break. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be interesting. So we've got a little bit of a break, but
I need these nights to get it together.
Come on.
Get it together.
Oh,
I need
man.
them to do something. Get it together.
What's up, Miss Ballandi? Happy National Girls and Women's in Sports Day to you.
Yes. She had a great show today, too.
I saw part of it, but I was also trying to get some work done.
She's working.
Yeah.
But it was a great show. Shout out to you, Miss Ballandi.
Good. Your Raiders. So my Huskies, unfortunately, have lost their second heir to NFL wisdom. Of course, the first being Belichick's son, following him to go to North Carolina. And now Brandon Carroll, son of Pete Carroll, is leaving Washington and going to be part of the coaching staff with the Raiders.
And you said that.
I said it. I said it was going. I mean, it was bound to happen. They all, got closer, whatever it is. But you guys also got Chip Kelly coming over as offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's something.
It's
How
interesting
interesting is that?
it is wild.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I saw that headline come through and I'm like, UCLA Chip Kelly? He's leaving?
No, Ohio State Chip
And now,
Kelly, who
well,
just
I was going to
left.
say
Oh,
UCLA to 2024, and then he did Ohio
right,
State. Ohio State Chip
right,
Kelly just
right.
won a championship. Chip Kelly? That's what we're getting?
So
Did
does
he transition
if
from the boys to men? Okay, let's see how that looks.
I mean, maybe, maybe. Who knows? I mean, that's just what it
I don't want
is.
to. I don't want to. I don't want to speculate anything till we see these draft picks and who we get. I don't want to talk about anything else. I'm still rocking my Raiders. I still have my Raider love. See, I'm wearing it tonight because just not trying to wear the Lakers or anything yet, just yet till we get
Okay,
everything
I
situated.
get
But
it.
I'm gonna
I
show
get
love
it.
for my Raiders wearing a sports tee. So,
Okay, okay. All right. What's up, Les Pickett? Thanks for tapping in. We
hey,
appreciate
Les,
you.
another
Heather said
Laker
she thought
fan.
they won recently, the VGK, because she got free McDonald's fries a couple days ago.
But that's only
Maybe
if they score the
that's
first
when they
goal in the first
score.
period. That's how you get the free
They've lost
McDonald's
4 in a
fries.
row. Then
But
they
if they
won
score in the
1
first,
and lost 2.
right? But if they score a goal in the first period, you get your free McDonald's fries. That's how that works.
Oh,
'Cause I
okay.
have the app.
I'm
Yeah.
always there for when it's like, you get your 2 Taco Bell tacos, and I'm like, who really wants to go to Taco Bell to get free taco? I don't want
Yeah, I
Taco
mean,
Bell's
either way, they're both kind of
tacos.
bad. So I'm not. But that's what it
Our
is. You got free fries because they scored the first goal in the first period. Is how that's working.
okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
The Las Vegas Lights, their season's already about to start up pretty
I
soon.
know.
Just so you know, you can sign up for a free admission to their final preseason match. It's going to be March 1st at Cashman Field. Their home opener is March 8th. There's a new squad. All season tickets and all home single tickets are on sale. And just because we love our women and we love our ladies, there is a new member of the team in case you wanted to go view Shaft
I
Brewer.
suggest everybody go visit his Instagram.
Shaft Brewer. So the Lights, I'm sure me and Mo might be finding ourselves
I
at
think
a
we're
few
going to
more
be more
games
frequently
matches.
at the Lights games. And I'm curious
Maybe.
to see how much the season tickets cost because maybe we could get the special seats that we had the last time we were there.
Yes,
Maybe
the
sit on that
VIP.
side with the food, the
Yes.
VIP.
What I
Yeah.
read too now is that the drinks and food are included. So not just the food, but your beers and alcohols are
Oh
included,
wow,
I
that's
think,
even
too.
better. Oh yeah,
Right.
definitely it'll be at those Lights
Right.
games. The
Stephanie,
weather's
I'm just
getting better.
saying,
It'll be
look
nice.
out for the Lights game.
Well then, exactly, Stephanie. Well, hello there. I mean, new coach, few new additions of the players. Yes,
Yes,
Cashman
there's
Field
a
is
whole
still
new
for sale.
coaching staff.
Whole
They've
new
actually,
coaching
yeah,
staff. Yeah. And
it's going
yes,
down.
Cashman Field is still for sale. So in the meantime, in interim, it looks like there's going to be there for one more season or part of the season. Who knows? But we're there. We are there.
Right.
March 1st, you said? Okay.
Steph asked, how do we get free tickets? So free tickets are for the last preseason game. There is an email, Stephanie, and I will send it to you. I think if you receive any kind of Lights emails, it was one of those, but I'll make sure I look for it and send it to you. You have to register. You can't just show up on March 1st and come in. You have to register, but you can put you plus 3 or 5, I don't know,
Oh,
and come to
nice.
that preseason match on the 1st. So, and this is
Yeah.
before it gets hot. It's March 1st. It's
Right.
7:30. This is like perfect timing for
Yeah.
Lights.
Yeah.
Desert Dogs, for all my fellow bobblehead fanatics like myself, the Wayne Gretzky bobblehead giveaway is going to be Friday, February 14th. So if you want to bring your special someone or your kid or your godson or child, anyways, it is an 80s party. They're going to have the Spasmatics performing
Asthmatic.
80s music all night. And the first 2,500 fans will get a Wayne Gretzky bobblehead.
Okay, that's a cute night. Maybe I'll
That's
have to go and
cute.
do that.
I like that. Right. It's better than the Wayne. I already had a Wayne Gretzky jersey from the first season, so I didn't want to go get another one. But I'm always down for a
I'll take the
bobblehead.
bobblehead. I'm with the bobblehead. I'm for
Yeah.
that. Then I was a
You know, I
Wayne
got
fan
my
when he
I
was with
got
the
my
Kings.
collection. I got my collection
Yeah, I
going.
see
So
that. Yeah,
yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting a Wayne Gretzky bobblehead. I was a fan of his when he was with the Kings anyway, so that would be a
Yeah.
good little piece to have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we got to talk about our Vegas Thrill.
Oh
They are
yeah.
currently they're playing away games. They don't come back until March 2nd, which is Cadence. Cadence's first birthday, even though she's only been there for 2 months. I guess they're kind of like dog years or something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
it's her first birthday. So the first 500 fans will receive a free t-shirt. That matches at 3:00, March 2nd. But here you go. March 5th is the Women in Sports Night, free Vegas Thrill jerseys for the first 500 fans in the building.
Oh, we are there.
Who
What night is
doesn't
that?
want the Thrill jersey?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
What is that going to be?
March 5th.
Oh,
March
yeah.
5th.
So wait, is that conflicting with our lights thing? No, because that's March what, 7th?
No, March 1st is the Lights preseason game.
Okay.
March 5th is the Thrill game.
Okay, but when is Lights
March
first
8th.
season game? March
March
8th. So
8th.
that's the next day.
Yes.
Oh, we're going to be busy.
We're so busy.
We are going to be so busy.
We got to give a big shout out to the UNLV Lady Rebels. They sold out Cox Pavilion on Saturday.
That was dope.
Beating Reno. I mean, that place was full, and that's amazing. I love to see it. Plus, they celebrated Lindy the Rock's 100th win as the coach for the UNLV Lady Rebels. This is the first time in Rebels history that the feat has been reached in 4 seasons. She's the first person.
I love it.
Hello, really?
Yeah.
That's we got to get to some sad news.
And
not so that we didn't see it coming, but oh
yeah,
Sydney Colson off to the Fever for a year.
Our cheerleader.
I mean, here's the deal. I know Sid probably still very capable of playing, and I can't wait to see her do other great things with her teams, but she could easily be like our Aces social media captain. I mean, like
she definitely had team spirit. I mean, the thing of it is she was the one that actually evoked the team to do better, was their motivator, was the voice of reason in the locker room, on the bench, just being there. She was a sister to all of them. Like, she was the big sis. And the heartbeat,
the
auntie,
I think she's like the Energizer bunny, the person who
her puppet. Like, yeah.
It was just, So
I wish Sydney the best.
I wish her the best.
It's really time, though. It's time.
But listen, the Fever are really pulling to people to get the Fever coming with them.
They have to. This is a build around Caitlin Clark era. They need to look like.
And they've got All-Star Weekend again.
Right.
All-Star is there again. So it's a lot.
Exactly.
We got Asia had a great jersey ceremony, family all around, as well as her official. I mean, we've already known her and Bam are together, but this was the official nod because Bam was there. She called her Olympian. Here's just a quick little rundown for you men on maybe what it takes to show up for your girl.
As ESPN. Men, take notes from Bam Adebayo. He had a 30-point double-double, hit a game winner, and then flew all the way from San Antonio to South Carolina for his girlfriend's jersey retirement. Plus, they matched outfits. Are you freaking kidding me? And he never ever tries to steal Asia's spotlight. He always just stays low-key and lets these moments be all about her, as they should. But she did give him a little shout out this time in her speech, thanking him for the support and calling him her favorite Olympian from out of town, which, if you know, that's in reference from when the mayor outed them at the Key to the City ceremony. Guys, I don't think I'll ever get over that my favorite NBA and WNBA player are dating. And for my NBA fans who follow me who might not know as much about Asia's accomplishments, let me give you some context. At just 28 years old, she has her own statue at her college, her jersey retired at her college, she's a 3-time WNBA MVP, 6-time All-Star, 2-time WNBA champion, 1-time WNBA Finals MVP, Rookie of the Year. I can go on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The resume is stacked for both of them, but she
for both.
All right, is a beast and is the one and the face of this WNBA league.
And on that video, there's an excerpt from an interview she did, and she just said that she felt this was the right time because she wanted people to know that it's not just her up there. Like, she has a support system, and she finally, and she's found someone that can relate to her in regards to like what it takes to be on top. How professional athletes and the travel and the time and the dedication it takes. So she found like her person. And so I'm
I
all for it.
love it, and I love it
I
for
love it.
them, and I feel like she has leveled up, and the growth and the glow up for her has been amazing, and I feel like he
Amazing.
has a lot to do with that, and I just wish them the best, and I hope the relationship remains successful for them. I really do.
Absolutely. We also got dropped on yesterday, the A1. The A1 shoe was officially dropped. This is the pink ore. It'll be the first of the colorways to come. Of course, her being
Right.
an AKA. Going with that pink, there's hints of pearl. It's got her signature. It's got the signs, the tattoos that she has for her mother and father on each individual tongue. The breakdown of the shoe was beautiful. She also has a full clothing line coming out, silk lined hoodies, cropped hoodies, the silk short sets. Um, it's nice. I'm not gonna,
And she said the pink wasn't even more reference. I mean, coincidentally, yes, she is an AKA, but pink is her favorite color. Also,
right.
let's not forget that the bottom of the sole has an inscription on it of a motivating message at the heel of the sole. Also, underneath the sole, she said the pearl is a representation of a pearl necklace that belonged to her grandmother. So, it's a lot of
Mm,
family elements that are
in there.
combined, as you described, in this sneaker. And what does it come out late? It comes out in
It
May.
comes out in
Something.
May
Yeah,
2025. I know
yeah,
I got an alert on Nike's app. If you want to follow the releases, you can sign up to be like on their notification list to get the notifications as to when
right.
these things get released. So it's
Absolutely. So
yeah.
definitely gonna cop a pair of those. And not to mention the manufacturing of the shoe with the insoles, the inlay, the comfort, and all of that for my old age is a plus. So this shoe is
I
actually
know.
gonna be
I
one that
gotta
I
try
might
these on and see how they're
have to
working. Although
be.
I
They work.
I
Yeah.
want to see what other colorways come out too. I mean, I'm not a hot pink person myself. It's never
Oh, I
been one
love
of
the pink.
my
I'm for it. I had a
yeah.
pink bedroom as a teenager. My room was pink
Really?
growing up. Yeah.
I love pink, but I really love purple and teal, turquoise. Like my 3
Yeah.
favorite colors, pink, purple, and turquoise, but pink has very easily moved out the way in
Yeah,
my
pink
adult.
and reds for me. I had a pink bedroom, pink canopy, pink walls, and then and then I had the red, black, and white, and I like the red. But I'm a pink girl, so I
Okay.
felt all these sneakers. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get them. The one
Um,
sneaker I can hopefully cop.
yeah, and don't forget, we the Liz Kitley, she was one that we drafted last year who was
Right.
injured. Well, she officially got signed. She is a center from Virginia Tech who just had her jersey retired last month.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens with Liz. Although I'm not saying we don't need anybody else big to come over, but this hopefully helps.
Maybe this Liz will be like our Liz with just not the head issues or any other stuff. Never know.
Hopefully she can run up the court.
I think this Liz will be okay. We'll see. We'll
I think
see.
she'll be good. I think
Yeah,
she'll
they're
be
gonna
good.
sign her. Yeah, there's a reason. Okay.
Yeah, so we're
We
excited for
need
that.
something.
Also, I know I didn't get a chance to put it on here, but Jewel Lloyd had her media session with Nikki Fargas, being welcome to the Aces. So
Okay.
that was pretty cool. I'll try and get that and try and post that on here as well. But Jewel officially Gold Mamba, Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Maybe the Aces need a
I'm
gold
for it.
jersey. I don't know. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the WNBA, of course, we saw Caitlin Clark also had her jersey retired. A lot of her
Yep.
former teammates came out to support her as well. Um, the Connecticut Sun have gotten rid of like their entire starting five.
Yeah.
So we saw AT go to Phoenix, Bonner's going to Indiana, Dejounte is going to Dallas, Brianna Jones to Atlanta. And just recently, as of today, Marina Mabrey, who I love as a player, she was great for me in fantasy, has requested a trade. She, if you remember, got traded mid-season from the Chicago Sky to the Connecticut Sun to help them
Right.
on their. Well, apparently, we all see that Connecticut is going to be on a major rebuild. It's not happening for them. And now she has requested, she wants out. She wants to be on a contender. So we shall see where that may place her.
Wow.
I know. There's been a
Can't count
lot
on the
going
Sun
on.
to be a contender this season, it sounds like. I
The
don't
Sun are
know. This is
not. The Sun
crazy.
have dropped. They are
Oh
not contending for
man,
nothing.
listen, this is crazy.
Contending.
Wild.
Kia Nurse goes to the Sky. We also saw Kelsey Plum's first look in a Sparks jersey. And although I love her as an Aces, KP always been in purple and gold. So purple and gold
Yeah, so this is it works for her.
ain't bad for her. Ain't bad for
Yeah,
her.
it works for her.
We got to talk about the Unrivaled. The 1v1 tournament starts on the 10th. This is the matchup. So the two only people that have buys, Arike and Jewel, both have buys.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're seeing some matchups like Chelsea Gray and Shakira Austin. You're getting Alyssa Thomas and Azuri Stevens. Tiffany Hayes and Courtney Williams. That matchup right there is going to be intense. You've got Kalia Cooper, Aaliyah Boston, Dejanay Carrington, and Kayla McBride. Well, Kayla, I think, got that one. Satu and Brittany Sykes. You got Hamby versus Skylar Diggins. And Skylar's hit like 3 or 4 game winners, just so we know.
Yeah.
And you got
Kate
and Mabry. I mean, this is wild. So the winner of this gets $200,000. And this is going to go over the course of, I think, 4 days. And then they go back to their regular 3-on-3 tournament.
Right.
So be on the lookout. I know.
Yeah.
And then today, Athletes Unlimited started, and you can watch it on ESPN Plus as well as the WNBA app, which is cool. I'm not sure. I don't understand why AU gets to use the WNBA app, but not Unrivaled. But I guess Unrivaled's on national TV, so it doesn't matter.
Right. Maybe.
The first week of teams is Team Harrison, Isabel Harrison, and you got Westbrook, Kristen Bale has their own team, and Sydney Colson both have their own teams for the first week. There's a list of players.
Yeah.
Lexi Brown, Ty Harris, Kia Nurse, let's see, Jordan Horston, Daisha Fair, Desi Ray from UNLV.
Yeah, they got some people on there, looks like.
Yeah, so that started off today. Good luck. There's still lots of women's basketball to be watched. And
I'm loving it. It's
good. Oh, absolutely. It's good. Yeah. And then you also got the Valkyries who are showing out right now with their new training facility. It'll be based in Oakland. And you know me, I love me some purple. So this is yeah, man. I think it was Heather that mentioned, she said, would she say Skeletor or something? Remember like the old
with the He-Man?
Yeah.
Skeletor wore blue. Was he purple and blue?
What's that? It was purple. It was purple. Purple and black.
Oh my god!
Maybe it was like a bluish purple. I don't know. Maybe. I feel like it was purple.
Well, I like these colors. I like it.
I love it.
I like the state of the artness of it. It's very nice facility. Well deserved for a new expansion team. Just let's go.
Yeah. And I know that tickets haven't been officially opened yet to buy, but my girlfriend lives near the Bay. I was like, hey, I want to go see the Aces when they play the Valkyries. I'm looking online for tickets. When I tell you the cheapest tickets were in the 200s.
Wow. Are you serious?
So I don't know if that's just resale because only certain ones, like only season ticket holders have been able to resell yet. I don't know, but I was like, there's no way. I mean, even cheap. Those were the cheap tickets. Yes.
That wasn't. Wow. That's Kayla Clark prices when she was out here, or the Scott prices when we were playing at T-Mobile. What are they? What?
I know. Oh, Darkwing Duck. It was Darkwing Duck. That's what Heather said.
Darkwing Duck definitely was the black and the purple. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I feel like
that makes sense.
Purple
you
too,
see that.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Valkyries got and what's crazy too is I saw a notification that the Valkyries attempted to get these big target free agents in the league, and they just couldn't persuade them. So the ATs, the Bonners,
I saw that.
Couldn't get them. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, the NBA. This is what we've been looking at so far. Of course, the newest one comes today. The Jimmy Butler saga is officially over. The 2 months and some change of complaining and requesting trades, has not played since January 21st, is officially over. Apparently, his trade will happen once his suspension is over with the Miami Heat. So I'm not sure what day that is. But part of his trade, it was like it was 5 teams, but the Raptors part didn't happen. So it's Dennis Schroeder to the Jazz. Kyle Anderson stays with the Miami Heat. PJ Tucker goes back to the Heat, but as he was acquired just from the Jazz. Wiggins heads to Miami, and then a protected first-round draft pick for this.
Yeah, the Wiggins thing.
And then there's 2 players also, one from the Warriors, one from the Heat, that go to Detroit.
Wow.
I don't know how that factored in there, but yeah.
Wow.
I know.
And then the shock was started this morning, honestly, when Chris Middleton was announced that he's going to Washington Wizards in exchange for Kyle Kuzma coming over to
Crazy.
It's good to see him get in a team and get active, and hopefully he'll perform.
I'm happy for Kuzma. I mean, I feel like, or Middleton too. Like they've been there for so long.
Yeah, he's been in Washington, not really doing anything, and the Wizards aren't that team like that. So, yeah,
it's a lot to.
It's cool.
Go
I've spoken to some Bucks fans. They're okay with it. I think this is his time. Chris has also been on that injured type of thing too, off and on, and so he's an older guy. So yeah, what it is.
Yeah, and De'Aaron Fox went off tonight for the Spurs in their first game playing.
Yeah, against the Hawks. I watched that. That was crazy.
I think he was the first in Spurs history to have his first game with like over 20 points and with 10 assists or something like that. But speaking of that game, the Hawks Spurs game, it was very significant as it was all produced by an all black sports producing team on ESPN. Yeah. This is a quick clip of what that's about.
As ESPN continues our ongoing celebration of Black History Always, Wednesday's NBA game between the Atlanta Hawks and San Antonio Spurs will, for the first time, be comprised entirely by Black production, operations, transmission, social media, graphics, stats, commentators, and more. In total, more than 40 Black employees will contribute to ESPN's NBA coverage across game and studio platforms throughout the day. We're a core part of the backbone of the coverage you enjoy every day here on ESPN. We tell the stories of the NBA and our stories today and always.
Let's go. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
We needed that.
It should happen more often too. I mean, obviously it's capable, but it's dope.
Yeah, it is.
Dope. Embiid returned yesterday to playing.
And had a great game.
And today is not.
Yeah. He said he didn't want to get traded. That's why he balled out. He was worried that he was going to get traded. So he wanted to put on a show. He literally, that's what his whole energy was. He wanted to make sure he wasn't on the trading sheet. So he was going to get a chance to ball out like he wanted to. So that's what that was. And then he goes right back to being Embiid. But, the game last night that I was like really locked into was that Cleveland and who did they play? I just forgot. I had a brain.
I don't know.
But
I didn't watch yesterday.
Spider Mitchell. I see why you not with Utah.
Oh yeah, he had a game.
He had game for game, and it was against Boston. That's what it was. The Celtics versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was a great game on both sides of the court with that one. I still don't know who ended up winning that game though, which was crazy. I was trying to look that up, but anyway, it was a great game. See Spider Mitchell back out there and doing his thing and seeing why Utah is struggling because they lost their A1 and now they gained another piece in trade, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. We'll see.
I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. So you never know.
Definitely.
You never know. Super Bowl LIX.
And ticket sales have plummeted 53%, 58%.
I wonder why. Down. Guess who's going?
You going?
No. I said, guess who's going to be there? So no one wants to show up.
Oh, well, we already talked about that. Yeah. Yeah. So now they're $4,600 instead of the $6,000 seats you would get, and $26,000 instead of.
Oh, really? Almost. Well, they always go down as it gets closer because people want to inflate it for no reason. But there's going to be almost $1.4 billion expected to be wagered on the Super Bowl this year, which is insane. So far, 800,000 on the Eagles to win, 320,000 on the Chiefs to win, 150 on the Eagles. These are some of the largest bets that have been reported. So we got a lot of people betting on the Eagles and the under.
The under 49, huh? Wow.
I know. Interesting. One thing I am happy to see, I'm happy to see this guy heading to a Super Bowl. Like, talk about needed, deserved. I'm excited that he gets to be there.
That's just a good in-your-face New York Giants. In your face, New York Giants. That's what it's giving me. The big heave-ho without the fingers. The ha ha ha.
Some other bets, you can pick which song Kendrick decides to start off the halftime performance with. Of course, you can pick up what the coin toss results will be. The over under of 1 minute and 30.5 seconds for the national anthem. And then, of course, the color of the Gatorade that's poured in the winning head coach. Currently, purple is the favorite. It sounds like on the
I was gonna
betting app.
bet on blue.
Maybe you should still. I feel like you should.
I don't know. Or none. None is gonna be clear. I mean, I saw that prop bet earlier. Yeah,
I mean,
so
hasn't
don't
there
know.
always been a Gatorade bath, or has there been games that there wasn't? I'm curious.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. We're just in interesting times now. You never know what's coming. So I'm just curious to see what's that.
Heather said she's not decided if she's watching the Super Bowl this year. I mean, I have to just because it's the Super Bowl. But obviously, the
I
Kendrick
understand that.
halftime performances.
I understand that. I mean, I understand what people, I was planning on doing activities for Black History Month on Sunday, and I was reminded that it's Super Bowl Sunday, and I was like, oh, that's right. But
Oh,
I'm
that's
there
right.
just definitely for the halftime show. And I hope it's a very good game and a fairly called game. And,
Fairly called for sure.
and anytime I get to see Jalen Hurts' cute self on the field is always not
Let's
a
go
bad
Eagles.
thing.
Let's go Eagles.
Yeah, not a bad thing. My nephew's an Eagles fan. I called him last week.
Oh, good.
Like, Khalil, I will probably be rooting with the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Right. I gotta stick to my bird teams. I'm a Seahawk, so we're gonna root for birds.
I
Birds
get it. I can't bet on the
together.
Chiefs. I can't bet on the Chiefs being a Raider fan.
Absolutely
That's impossible. That's
No.
blasphemy.
No.
So we're gonna go NFC this time. So
yeah. Other NFL news: Cooper Kupp was told that the Rams would be seeking a trade immediately. What's crazy is Puka's tweet. He was like, "I thought this was just the NBA trade season."
I know that's right. I know.
What are you doing? And
no one is safe. And we still have another day. The deadline is tomorrow for trades. So
for basketball, yeah.
For basketball, so yeah.
Myles Garrett also requested to get out of Cleveland. I get it. Like, it was a nice
I don't
try.
blame him.
It was worth an effort. You tried, but unfortunately, the Browns organization just.
I mean, he wants to win a championship. He's far too
And
talented on defense.
He deserves to be on it. Yeah.
And the rivalry games of him and Bengals and all that, and the Steelers and all that hippity drama, like, start new. And I feel bad for Brownies fans. I feel bad for you dog pounders, but this is what it is. He deserves it. He has to find his way, So
remember last week we talked about Pat Riley, how he trademarked 3-peat and basically is able to get paid. Well, so it sounds like Pat Riley has cleared Kansas City to use the term 3-peat phrase on merchandise with his trademark. This means he can make more than $1 million if the Chiefs win, just off the trademark alone. He made $300,000 back when the Bulls first did their first 3-peat. So Pat Riley will forever be getting money as long as teams are winning, and then could be making 3-peats. So good luck. Yeah. You also got a Melbourne game. This is the first NFL game being announced to play in Australia in 2026. So far, the Rams are the designated team, so we don't know who they play or when that game will be in that season. This is not this coming season, but the following. There will be a game in Australia.
Either way, it's a summer game. If you want summertime and sun and get away from the winter cold, head on down.
Well, it depends when they schedule the game. They could schedule it in September, and it's going to be kind of like almost their winter, which I don't think is really winter. I think it's still nice.
I think it's still nice. But I if it's a regular season game, it's definitely going to be winter, which is our winter to their summer. So hopefully that would be good. But yeah,
it'd be cool. It'd be definitely cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we must make sure to enjoy all of the Jamies Winston interviews that are happening currently. If he don't get his own show soon, if Peyton and Eli don't get him on the Manning whatever it's literally.
I don't need to see him do another show, but I thought this was a cute expert. I need him to get on a team and ball out and be successful.
Well,
and yes, every once in a while.
He said he's down for New York.
But the interview was cute. It was great. It was something clever. It's nice that he could, check the players and ask them the hard questions that he wanted to ask, and make it comical and fun. And it was a good highlight for Pro Bowl. Like, that Pro Bowl was
absolutely.
So he made a splash with it.
Oh yeah,
But we got enough
the
in
Pro Bowl
Casually
came and
Podcast.
left.
Yeah.
NFC won. I haven't recorded, but I haven't watched it yet. So there's that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also coming up soon, Major League Baseball spring training is starting this month. If you don't know, every year there's a new spring training cap. I've highlighted, of course, Mo's Dodgers, my Mariners, but every team has a spring training cap, a new one for the 2025 spring training season, and it's happening.
I'm ready.
Baseball's
I am
coming.
so ready. So ready for this.
Oh, all right. For some girl power, we got to get up for Clarissa Shields. It came through. One, she beat Danielle Perkins in the heavyweight showdown. She became the first boxer in herstory to capture the undisputed heavyweight title in 3 different weight classes.
She is officially the GWOAT. GWOAT. Greatest woman of all time. The GWOAT.
She did that.
She did
it. I love
that.
That
uppercut was no joke. Put that girl to sleep, honey.
For those other women out there that want to follow another good sports page, Fangirl posted this earlier. I think it was today. So the women's first ever full service management firm exclusively for women's sports by Always Alpha and Deep Blue Sports Entertainment. Lead founders are Allison Felix, Cosette Chaput, and Laurel Carenti. They offer legal representation, commercial strategy, game-changing partnerships for female athletes. So this is a sports management exclusively for women's sports.
I love it.
Absolutely. This is
shout out to Jalen Hurts. Hopefully he'll be a Super Bowl champion with his all-women team that he highlights.
All-women team.
Props on a regular. That the women are the one that make him who he is. So shout out to that. The women are winning right now. I'm loving
Women
this.
Are winning. Women are winning. Met Gala announced their theme as well as dress code, the super fine tailoring black style, dress code of tailored for you. In those, it's going to be amazing.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I'm hoping so. The Costume and Institute Benefit Host Committee, there's always some great names in there. They've decided they're also incorporating some women, Angel Reese, Sha'Carri Richardson, and Simone Biles. All 3 are in there as well.
Yeah, I love that.
Our sports girls part of that committee. So
yeah, I love that. So yeah, we'll see.
We'll see how that goes.
And it's attributed to the fashion dandy of men's style. Not so much as the women's, but there's a book that you can read that comes into the play of words of superfine and where that came from. They had announced this a while back of what the Met theme was last year. So we already knew going in what it was. It's just now official that's what they decided on. Officially. So yeah, I hope. And they better do a tribute to Tally, because if it wasn't for Tally and if it wasn't for a Dapper Dan, this is where we wouldn't have a lot of this going on. So I hope some of the fashion will emulate some of those looks with those 2 icons as well. I'm looking forward to it, but we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, there's been some iffy ones, but I feel like this one should be a good one. I'm excited for that.
I mean, all the fashion is us anyway, right? So this to finally give us our props, that's what I'm looking forward to. But it just needs to be executed well, and I hope it will be. There's a lot of stuff, in that industry that we don't get our credits for, but we'll see. And shout out to Jerry Lorenzo, because now the Essentials collection is WNBA oriented. So there's pieces out there for WNBA. Guys like the Essentials warm-ups. They've got NBA Essentials and WNBA Essentials. Shout out to Tyler, the creator, for his golf wing collection. Highlights all the NFL crossband teams with that one. So you can get Raiders jackets, any team jacket you can with Tyler's design. So sports are intertwining with a lot of this stuff now in these design teams and entertainment. So I'm loving it. It's going to be good.
I know that's up your alley too.
Yeah, the Essentials pieces I'm definitely going to get. I didn't see Aces though. I'm looking for him to drop an Aces.
Back to some of those stats we were talking about. Girls who play sports become women who lead. 85% of women who played sports said that the skills they developed were important to their professional success. 94% of women in a C-suite position have played sports. 52% of female C-suite executives played sports at the university level. This is women in sports. Also, NFL senior director Sam Report, who had been with the league for over 20 years, saw that there was a networking gap that existed between NFL club front offices and the women seeking career opportunities in football. So she created the Women's Forum.
Wow, love that.
Since the inaugural forum in 2017, mind you, has been around since 2017. Since then, 450 women have participated, and more than 250 opportunities have been merged at all levels of football. Between 2020 and 2024, the number of women in coaching and football ops has increased by 187%.
Wow.
187%. And one of those females, Autumn Lockwood, she took part in the Women's Forum in 2020. In 2022, she was hired as the Eagles strength and conditioning coach. 2023, she was named the Eagles associate performance coach and was the first Black woman that coached in the Super Bowl. And then this year, she's in her second Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah. She's going to be right out there. Yep, I love it.
Again, number 2.
And shout out to the WNBA being the higher ratings now than the MLS. More views on the WNBA spotlight than the MLS. What? We have surpassed the ratings. Yes, the WNBA is now more popular than the MLS in terms of viewership and attendance. Let's go.
I do have one thing for hockey to mention. The Seattle Kraken had a limited edition Black History Night jersey made by this artist, Ray Aquino. Let me just show you a little bit of her. Yes.
Hi, I'm Ray Aquino, and I'm a Black hockey history artist. I am from Washington, D.C. I moved here in 2014, just needed to get out and do something different. The city supports local art and just creativity, period. It thrives here in ways that I don't see in a lot of other places. Art was always a part of my life, but it wasn't until I went through some really, really rough emotional things I got encouraged to go back into it in order to help process. For me, it's just my way of storytelling and my way of bringing whatever is in my brain to fruition and challenging others to show me what you see. When fans look at my design, I want them to experience a new idea that you don't typically see in hockey. Instantly, you see this pattern and you know, or you think, like African diaspora, how does this go into hockey? Well, now we see.
Yeah, I like that.
Insane. The Kraken got some good jerseys, period. But this on top of it,
now you got work to do is all I got to say. This is a huge call out for anybody else in the NHL league. I need to be there, and I need the Knights to step up to the forefront. We have a lot of local Black artists out here as well. Tap into them, and let's get that BHM jersey. Come on.
Also, the sale of these jerseys, they sold the jerseys off. Benefited the One Roof Foundation, which brings a lot of the sports programs in Seattle together, as well as the Black Girl Hockey Club. If you don't know, there's a Black Girl Hockey Club out there that is dope, and they travel, and so a lot of the proceeds go to support them as well.
I love that.
I love it.
Knights, y'all got something to do. Y'all need to step to the carpet.
I know.
My God, some sad news.
Uh-oh.
In the music industry, I just saw this.
Oh, he passed?
No, Irv Gotti, yes. Yeah. Legendary.
I saw he was on the ventilator for a while or unconscious. Yeah,
they said they just announced today that he was on life support. Like, we didn't even know yet. So I didn't even know he had suffered a stroke. But he is the architect of the label that brought us Ja Rule, brought us Ashanti.
Yeah.
54 years old.
Damn, 54 is
very
young.
Tragic. Men, just take care of your health as best as you can. He was just on Drink Champs,
checkups,
living his best life. If you want to circle back to that interview, it was iconic because it kind of mended some fences with he and Ashanti's relationship. Glad that got mended. And was no beef before his passing. So, man, that sucks. That sucks because, got a little. I just happened to see that. I'm like, oh my God, I was out of the loop.
I seen someone post it earlier and I was like, dang, but I heard that it wasn't. Yeah,
unfortunate.
And to end out, National Girls and Women's in Sports Day. Of course, I wanted to highlight our girl Natalie's Knicks, because the Knicks did this dope little post for their players to announce who their favorite female athlete was.
My favorite
Okay.
female athlete.
Ooh. Asia Wilson, MVPs, championships. Not much more you gotta say.
Serena Williams.
I can see it now.
Absolutely. She embodies what it means to work hard, fight through a lot of things, and always find a way to just achieve her goals.
I'm gonna go Sue Bird when she was just hooping dominance and the IQ of the game. Big fan.
Favorite women's athlete is Asia Wilson. She's unapologetically her. She's wanted to go to the WNBA. She's just an all-around great player, great person.
Elozi, she's big time. Nigerian, I gotta support my own. Amazing, she's a soccer player, Olympian, all that. You're the GOAT.
Marine Johannes also. Marine Johannes is good, yeah.
She plays soccer. Her name is Lauren James. She plays in the UK, London, for Chelsea.
Favorite female athlete, Alison Felix. Just how she used to run on the track, you know, it's just something that I'll never forget.
Right now would probably be Caitlin Clark, because of the popularity and the viewership that she brings to the WNBA.
I mean,
Gotta
none of
love
the
it.
answers are bad answers. I mean,
No, none of them are
each
bad.
Their own of what their relevancy is.
I
mean,
appreciate
there's
the
so-
guys that stepped out and were into soccer and the Nigerian, you know,
Well,
I
yeah,
just feel
'cause
like,
that's,
yeah.
you know, that's good. I like that.
Women are
Because,
everywhere. Women in sports are
I'm surprised no one.
everywhere.
I'm surprised no one mentioned Simone Biles, Venus Williams, or any of the other legendaries. But I like that they stuck to their own within their culture of the NBA, giving Asia Wilson her flowers, of
Yeah.
course, well deserved.
Well
But
deserved.
yeah, there's so many phenomenal athletes. But that was a good take. I like that. Good mix.
So
Go
many,
ahead.
yeah. Anyway, that's it for our show this week. We will not be having a show next week. My mom's going to be in town and we've got plans. So catch us in a couple or a few or whatever. Be safe for Super Bowl weekend. Don't drink and drive. Catch Uber. Let's go Eagles. Don't lose the house on betting.
Go
And
Birds.
go Birds.
Go Birds.
If you're just catching the end of the show, you're feel free to watch the recap. You can also go on our YouTube and subscribe. Subscribing is free at Girlchatsports on YouTube. Find us on
Yep.
Instagram, Twitter as well. Join our group on Facebook.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time.
All that good stuff.
All right. Bye.
All right, we're out.